Hi friends, one of the best ways to save money is to make your own bone broth. And it's really easy. Here's exactly how you cook it yourself. First of all, save your old chicken bones from rotisserie chickens and start with that. Place it into your pressure cooker or crock pot. First thing you're going to need is a large jar of water. Go ahead and put that into your Instapot. Easy peasy. And then after that, you add the rest of the ingredients. A little bit more water because we are making a lot of bone broth. You might as well make a big batch and freeze it. Here are the items besides the chicken that flavor the broth. Throw in a carrot. Doesn't need to be chopped because you'll be filtering it out later. A little bit of celery or celery seed. Throw that on in there. A little tiny bit of Old Bay seasoning goes a long way, but this is a big pot. Go ahead and throw some garlic in there. And you can always modify whatever you want in this recipe, depending on how you like your bone broth. It's good either way, and you can use it a lot. That's salt right there. Throw that in there. And then you go ahead and add your pepper. I like to add a lot of spices because I made such a big batch. Go ahead and set your pressure cooker on high. I usually push the poultry button. And you're going to want to put a good amount of time on there to get all of the nutrients out of those bones. Go ahead and put it all the way up to over an hour at least. But I like mine cooking for a long time, so I put it in for an hour and a half. Throw the lid on. Make sure it's nice and tight and that you have a good seal, just like you would pressure cook anything. Go ahead and set the pressure cooker to the closed vent and start her up. Now you just wait for the goodness to melt all together and be excellent bone broth. When it's done, open it up. There should be a good deal of fat on the top, which will skim out later. And then you go ahead and strain out all the chunks from your broth. You're going to have a couple bowls to strain this into if you make a large amount. But see the beautiful color? This is going to be a really strong bone broth. Look at that beautiful color. And look at all the bones that you have left. Go ahead and toss the bones. You can't use them again or anything. But they've done their job, and it was practically free because you're taking things you would normally throw out and make something delicious and healthy. There's lots of collagen in bone broth, and it is super healthy for you. I use it in a lot of different things. So I'm just evening out the bowls right here. You can see a little bit of fat on the top, but we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Separate it into bowls. I have 2 bowls because I decided to make a good deal of this. I use it in a lot of recipes, so I know I'm going to go through a lot. Go ahead and throw it into the fridge. You just want it to cool down so you can scrape off the fat. So it's going to take about an hour or 2 to cool down. Then you just take your little scraper. You see how easy it is to just skim off the fat from the top. You don't need the fat. All the nutrition is in the bottom. So just go ahead and get some of that off right there. Then it's pretty much ready to throw in your bags or your containers and freeze it. This stuff is so delicious. I recommend you try it. It's super tasty in stews and even by itself. If you're not feeling good, bone broth is excellent. You've got to try it.